Hello farmers, my name is Hopper Omondi. I work at Best Touch Incubators. Best Touch Incubators is the leading supplier of poultry egg incubators and other equipments. So today we are going to learn about on how to operate a poultry egg incubator. So I'm going to take you through on a step-by-step basis on what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to set the machine. So today we are going to use a 528 eggs fully automatic incubator as a sample. So welcome all, and let's start the lesson. So as you can see, this is a 528 eggs capacity incubator. So the incubator is divided into two parts. There's the first part, as you can see, when you open the door, there's this first part whereby the trays are arranged. So the first part is called the setter. The setter is a space whereby the eggs are arranged within the eggs are arranged within the trays. So the setter usually accommodates the eggs for about 18 days, and then there's a lower part beneath whereby there's usually a crate. So the lower part is called the hatchery. So when you want to start your incubation process, the first step, you have to put on the machine. By putting on the machine, I mean you have to switch it on by pushing up the blue button. So once you've switched on the machine, there's usually a fan inside the incubator. The function of the fan is to circulate the heat within the incubator. So with your incubator, you're supposed to make sure the fan is always on. At no any given point, you should switch off the fan. So the green button should be on. So once the fan is on, you will notice because there will be some vibration inside the machine. That means that the fan is on. The other button is the red button. This one, it's light. So the light should always be off. You are not supposed to leave the light on because it will increase the temperature in the incubator. So the light should always be off. So the only circumstance under which you can be using the light, it's when maybe you want to check the level of the water or something inside the incubator. That's when you can switch on the light, then check through the window. After you're done, you have to switch off the light again. After that, depending with the eggs that you are incubating, let's say for example you want to incubate chicken eggs, we all understand that chicken eggs hatch with a temperature of about 37.8, and humidity should be 60 degrees. So for this case, I'm using a control panel XM18D. So if you want to set the temperature, there's a button, this set button. You have to make sure you press the set button once. After you press the set button once, there will be an indication T. That stands for temperature. So you can either increase or you can either decrease depending with the eggs that you are incubating. For example, for chicken eggs, the temperature is supposed to be 37.8. So you'll have to lower it to 37.8 and then you press OK. So after you pressed OK, it will indicate HH. So HH stands for humidity. So you can either increase or you can either decrease. Now that our incubator has no water, we have to reduce the humidity so that the coil doesn't blow. So let us put it at 0. No, not 0, not 0, not 0. Let us okay, for a start, let us switch off the machine because you have not added water. That's it. So the first thing, you are supposed to make sure that there's water in the water pan. So as you can see, the water pan has a heating element. The function of the heating element is to heat water for humidity purpose. So at no any given point should you switch on your machine without water, as I have done, because when the machine runs for long without water, the coil or the element will blow off. So after you've switched on the machine and you've added water, now that we don't have water, we're not going to switch on the machine for a long time. So the next step will be, you have to remove the trays out of the machine, and then with your eggs, you have to load them on the tray. So each tray has a capacity of 88 eggs. So when you are arranging your eggs in the tray, you have to make sure that the sharp pointed part of the egg should be facing downwards. After you have arranged your eggs in the tray, you take them back and make sure that they are well placed. And then you close your door, make sure the door is locked, and then you can mark on a calendar the first day you've started. So you'll be counting from day one. On the 18th day, you will have to remove your eggs from the tray, and then normally there's a basket that is usually put beneath the trays. So you'll have to remove the eggs and then arrange them on the basket. So the chicks will start hatching from the first day to from about the 20th day to the 22nd day. So once the chicks have started hatching, you have to make sure that they dry up before you can take them to the brooder. You have to note that the chicks can last inside the incubator for about 24 hours because they have to dry up first before you remove them from the incubator. Once the chicks have hatched, all of them have hatched, you have to make sure that your incubator is clean. You can use any disinfectant to clean your incubator before another hatch. That was my time. I'll be taking you through day-to-day activity on how to maintain your incubator as we continue engaging on this forum. Thank you all.